cat came back, and what do you know? You heard a crowd shout, go dog, go.
Hello everyone, let's continue the Dr. Seuss fun celebration by creating amazing drawings inspired by the Lorax.
Oh, come on, take a seat. We'll deal you in.
Let's go ahead and get started. Today you will learn how to draw the Lorax. Now you will use a pencil. I'm using a marker, but keep in mind that you're using a pencil for right now. You will use a 4-finger space to determine where to start your drawing. After you determine where to start your drawing, then you will create 3 bean-looking shapes, which are basically ovals. Now it's time to create the most distinguished part of the Lorax character, which is his mustache.
Why do you have one of these? You don't even have a mustache.
To create his mustache, you will draw out 2 giant leaf-looking shapes. Now, remember, his mustache is pretty big, so you need to try to draw him as big as you can.
Dr. Seuss is on the loose. You won't believe who the cat.
Now, the eyes are probably one of the most important part of an animated character, so let's create some giant and glowing-looking eyes for our Lorax.
Dr. Seuss is on the loose.
Now let's work on his head. Think of it as a half sun or a half oval, right? You will create 2 lines, curved lines coming off right at the side, and you will continue by creating a giant U for his body. Now it's time to add some 2 big hairy eyebrows for our Lorax character. You will create the effect of hairy looking eyebrows by adding textured lines going in various directions to give it a hairy or furry effect. Continue by adding those same textured lines to your mustache as well to create the same furry effect.
It's a big deal. It's a brand new dawn. With brand new colors.
Now let's move on to creating the lower part of his lip as well. You will create a U-shaped line right at the bottom of your mustache to create the lip. You will also add an additional little small curved line as well as his teeth.
And uses 96 batteries.
It's a big deal. The air's not so clean.
Next, it's time to add some arms and legs. To create our arms and legs, you will create V-shaped looking lines. You will also add some curved lines inwards to create or give dimension to your legs. Our Lorax characters seem to have very furry looking type of fingernails. You will create these fingernails by drawing very loose looking type of lines to create the furry effect. You will also do the same thing for his feet as well. Now let's not forget to add the very distinguished textured looking shading lines on our Dr. Seuss characters, which is something very distinguished for every Dr. Seuss character. Great job, guys. This drawing is coming out pretty amazing. Now let's create a background for it.
I am so proud of me.
Now the Lorax is all about saving the trees, the truffalo tree that is. You will create truffalo trees for the background to make this drawing a little bit more interesting. First, let's add some very wavy looking lines to create the grassland. Along with those wavy looking lines, then you will create some truffalo trees. Let's first start off by creating the trunk for our truffalo tree. You will create 1 wavy line going or depending on how large you want your tree to be. Then you will create 1 line wide at the bottom and slim at the top because we wanted to give it a more wider effect at the bottom. Then you will follow along by creating some shading lines or shading in the trunk for our truffalo trees. The top part of our truffula trees looks like a giant pom-pom, and you will create zigzag lines going in a circle to create the top part of your truffula tree. You can continue on creating more truffula trees, as many as you want, and I'm just going to be creating one more right at the other side of my drawing. Now it's time for our fun part, which is coloring in our drawing. You can use as many colorful markers or crayons to finish off your drawing.
What? I'm gonna need all the help I can get. Don't worry. I'm not bad. I'm the good guy here. He just doesn't get it. Do you think I'm bad? Thank you. I mean, something good finally happens to me, and he just has to come along and rain on my parade. What's his problem? See? Yeah, bad. Right.
These drawings came out amazing.
I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? I'm just following my destiny. How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly
Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more Dr. Seuss fun.
Every creature knows.